Hey, it's Robert here from empoweredlife.tv. Hope you're having a spectacular day wherever you are in the world today. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you how to rewire your mind for wealth. Now, I know a lot of people out there on this channel have been getting in touch with me asking how you can apply some of the stuff I teach to accumulating wealth. So this is going to be all about that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, quickly before I move on to the meat of what I'm going to talk about today, don't forget below this video, there is a link somewhere there to go get my free hypnosis meditation audio. Now, this will help you reprogram your subconscious mind to support everything you're trying to be, do, and have in life. It'll really accelerate the work I'm doing with you, accelerate you towards creating the life of your dreams. So don't forget to either go get it before you watch this video or go get it at the end and start to apply that every day. Listen every day and it will help you be, do, and have more in life. Okay, so that safely tucked out of the way, I'm actually going to apply a formula that I've been using on videos quite recently that I quite enjoy doing, and that is I've written down some points that I don't want to miss, because sometimes when you freestyle stuff you can forget to mention something that's really critical, and I don't want to do you a disservice by doing that. So what I'm going to do is read out the notes I've made, and then as and when and if I feel I need to embellish on some points to either give you extra clarity or inspiration, then I'll do so. But hopefully you're going to enjoy the format, hopefully you're going to take action, and hopefully it's going to inspire you to go out there and change your life and create whatever you want. You can do it, by the way. You can do it. The first step is to believe in it, suspend any disbelief you have, and take action on what you're about to learn. Right. That out of the way, you ready for number one? Number one, develop a positive money mindset. Believe that wealth is attainable for you. Replace negative beliefs about money with positive ones. Cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Now, before I move on, I've spoken in many of my videos about kind of the labels we attach to things, the meanings, the feelings, and the fact that depending on all of that stuff and how we're doing it, it will either disempower us or empower us. So what you need to do is really get conscious of how you're thinking right now. Get conscious of how certain things in your physical reality make you feel, how they, whether do they hold you back? Do they make you feel less than, or do they push you forward? And you can consciously then attempt to put yourself in positions where you're exposed to positive external stimuli more than you are the negative. Okay, and that's going to help you to really start to reprogram yourself on the inside. Also, I've spoken in a lot of my videos about how to reprogram your subconscious. So I may put some video links below this as well to direct you to some other videos on how to reprogram your subconscious. So I'm not going to get stuck into that here. But suffice to say, to do all of the stuff that is required to develop a positive money mindset, you have to go to work on you on an inner level, right? Because money doesn't change. It's always the same. It's constant. It's just a medium of exchange. It has no value other than that. It's how you perceive money that makes the difference to how much wealth you'll accumulate in your life. And if you're specifically watching this video for wealth, then you need to become more before you can do more and you have more. Remember, everything starts with becoming more. That's why so many lottery millionaires end up broke, because they don't become millionaires inside, and they feel like they either are unworthy, or they kind of adopt the attitude of somebody who's got a wasteful consciousness, a scattering consciousness, And sooner or later, what they do is see to it that they end up right back where they were before they had the lottery win. Why? Because that's where they identify themselves as having to be. That's the level where they see themselves. So you see, go to work on yourself, change how you perceive yourself, and everything on the external, physical plane will change for you too. Number 2, educate yourself about finances. Learn about personal finance, investments, and money management. Read books, take courses, or follow financial experts to enhance your financial knowledge. Now, there's one caveat here, and that is that knowledge is always useful. Knowledge without action is not power. You have to add action to knowledge in order to create power. And certainly enough power to make positive change in your life. One thing I would advise you to do is to learn what you need to know to have an understanding of finances, an understanding of how to get money work for you. But then get somebody who's an absolute expert at this to advise you, guide you, and help you create those investments. Always key, major key to success in life is to identify who you really are, what makes you tick, and where your greatness lies, and stick to that. And everything that falls outside of that spectrum, hand it off to somebody else who is equally as great at that. Number 3, set clear financial goals. Define specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound or smart financial goals. Break your goals into smaller, actionable steps. Here's the thing when setting goals. If you set huge goals, that's great. That is absolutely great, because on some level, hopefully you feel you can achieve it. But here's the thing, many of us set goals that on an inner level we don't believe we can achieve. So the thing is, ultimately, if that's where we want to be, then what we need to do is break it down into bite-sized, manageable chunks, as it were. Okay? So our focus is not on something that we find hard to comprehend right now, but it's actually maybe a month from now. Oh, I'm here now. I want to be there in a month. I can do that. Let's make it happen. But when you get there, you will have built more confidence, more momentum, and you will be able then to go for a bigger goal the following month. And gradually, step by step, you're moving forward towards the massive goal that maybe you find a little overwhelming at the moment. If you don't do it that way, if you focus on going for the big goal without breaking it down into manageable chunks, then you're sure going to fall into overwhelm, big style, and you're going to get tremendously frustrated. Have you ever set a goal and the minute you've set the goal, you've actually felt a sense of frustration? That's because somewhere on the inside, you don't believe what you're saying on the conscious level. And being that you're 95% subconscious and 5% conscious, you've got a real problem if that's happening. So you need to convince your subconscious that it's manageable. Okay? Over a period of time, as you grow that muscle, your subconscious will start to realize and kind of accept that, hey, we're capable of this. We're capable of something bigger now. Okay? That's the way it works. You need to build positive momentum. 4, create a financial plan. Define, I'm in the wrong part. Develop a budget that aligns with your financial goals. Prioritize saving and investing as part of your plan. Now, this kind of goes with what I was saying before. But alignment is the key word here. You need to be aligned with who you are spiritually so that you're not living a life on the external physical plane that's not aligned with who you are. You certainly don't want to be living a life that's been designed for you by somebody else, right? That's crazy. Well, similarly, when it comes to creating a financial plan, you need to create a financial plan that is aligned with you and what you want. You don't want a financial plan that's been designed by or for you by someone who is nothing like you and effectually what they're actually doing is they're giving you a plan they've designed for themselves. That ain't going to do you no good. Because the minute you get something like that, you're going to feel uninspired, because you're going to know on a subconscious level it isn't a fit for who you are. So always be cognizant of anything you do, making sure it fits you, not the person who's given it to you. Okay. Visualize your financial success. Use visualization techniques to imagine yourself achieving your financial goals. Picture the life you want to lead with financial abundance. I've spoken so many times about visualization. Pictures are really the catalyst to everything, because pictures are really easy to attach emotion to. And the clearer the picture, the more emotion. The emotion is like the catalyst that makes the wheels of manifestation start to turn in the direction you want them to turn. So it's really, really important that you spend a lot of time in that place where you already have what it is that you desire. Take yourself out of your current 3D reality. Go within and be that person now. Because the feelings you will take back out of an exercise like that into your 3D physical reality will already elevate you to a different level of being, doing and having. And that makes a massive change. I mustn't skip also being grateful for everything all the way along the line. Be grateful for what you have now. Even if it's not where you want to be in life, be grateful for where you are now. Instead of looking constantly at how far you've got to go, maybe take a look back and say, geez, look how far I've come. That'll make a massive difference in how you feel about yourself. It'll make a massive difference in what you can do moving forward, because you're empowering yourself, not sabotaging yourself. Surround yourself with positivity. This is crucial. Associate with people who have a positive attitude towards money and success. Minimize contact with those who perpetuate negative beliefs about wealth. Bad apple in a basket. You've heard the story. If you've got one bad apple in a basket, sooner or later, they're all bad. Avoid the bad apples, right? Hang around people who are being, doing and having what you want to be, do and have. Makes sense, really, because some of that stuff rubs off. Even just their vibrational energy will elevate you as a spiritual being, will elevate your vibration, and will elevate your ability to be, do and have more. Number 8, manage your finances wisely. Pay off debts and avoid unnecessary expenses. Save and invest your money wisely to grow your wealth over time. Now, when it comes to stuff like this, take professional advice. It's okay to know what you want, but get somebody who knows the inside out workings of how to get it done to advise you in a way to do it properly. That's all I'm going to say on that, because I'm not an accountant. Okay? The next one I can talk a bit about. Take calculated risks. Understand that financial growth often involves taking well-informed risks. Be prepared to step out of your comfort zone when opportunities arise. Step out of your comfort zone. What gives you the ability to step outside of your comfort zone? Growth. Spiritual growth. Becoming more. You see this work you do on yourself? You see how it's going to start impacting you in every area of your life if you apply what I'm sharing with you? Go to work on yourself, become more, you can do more, right? Doing more includes developing the ability to step outside your comfort zone, taking a calculated risk or two. If you can never do that, there was a wonderful saying I got once that has just come to mind. You will never discover new oceans if you cannot find the courage to lose sight of the shore. I need not say any more. Your personal and spiritual growth is the key to everything performing on a higher and better level. So go to work on yourself. Number 10, practice self-discipline. Develop the habit of delayed gratification. Avoid impulsive spending and stick to your financial plan. Go through life looking at life through a kind of spiritual lens more than a kind of instant gratification kind of physical lens. It's not all about grabbing things and feeling good by getting things, because, you know, it's great when you get that new car, right? But eventually, and the eventually is not that long, it's just your car, but you may still be paying for it, and that can be quite painful. The kind of feeling you're looking for is not to be derived from acquiring physical assets. It really isn't. You already have it. It's your birthright, the feeling of belonging, the feeling of alignment, the feeling happy, the feeling that you are good, worthy. All of that stuff is within, and it's there. It's your birthright. All you have to do is recognize it within yourself, develop a stronger connection to it, and start to express it in your physical reality. You see, other stuff will show up as a matter of course. How much importance you attach to those things is entirely up to you. But I would suggest that as you go along this spiritual journey, the further along the path you go, the less importance you'll attach to acquiring physical assets, shiny new cars and big houses and speedboats and all this. Okay, they're fun, but they don't make the world go around. And the further along your spiritual path you go, the more you'll realise this. Stay persistent. This is an important one. Don't be discouraged by setbacks or failures. Keep working towards your goals and adapting your approach as needed. You know, it's said that when an airplane is on a long haul journey, it's off course, I think, around about 98% of the time. Off course. And it constantly needs to be adjusted, which is what is done normally by the autopilot. It has to keep adjusting to get you back on course, because it will start to veer off. Life's a little bit like that too. Life is going to throw you curveballs. It's going to rain when you were planning on it being sunny, and you had a barbecue you were going to do. You know, these things happen. What you've got to do is you've got to adjust. You've got to adjust. Be soft, be adaptable, be malleable, go with the flow. If you resist, you stand a chance of breaking. Because the universal consciousness, the universal power, the source of all things, that flow of energy is way stronger. You have to go with the flow, not fight it. So be accepting, be like water, just run around it, keep flowing. And you'll be just fine. You will have setbacks, you will have curveballs, but you need to cultivate, again, become more. Cultivate that faith, that knowing on an inner level of who you really are and your purpose on this beautiful blue planet of ours. Stay focused on that, and nothing externally can throw you off. 12, continuously improve. Regularly evaluate your financial situation and adjust your strategies. Be open to learning and adapting as you progress. Kaizen, continuously improve. Much the same as with your journey of spiritual development and personal development. You will constantly grow if you apply what I share with you. You'll constantly grow. You'll constantly change the way you look at your world. And when you do that, your world will look different in a much better way. And it's the same with financial situations. It's the same with the airplane on the flight, as I mentioned just before. You're going to have to constantly adjust your strategies. But again, don't forget, get professional guidance and advice. If you're not an expert at this type of stuff, stick to where your greatness is and get somebody else who's equally as great at that which you are not great to do it for you. To do anything else is quite honestly a little silly. 13, seek mentorship. You know what? None of us will live long enough to learn everything. None of us will live long enough in this physical body to become an expert at everything. We need mentorship. So seek mentorship. Find a financial mentor or advisor who can provide guidance and insights. Learn from those who have achieved the financial success that you desire. If you saw somebody go through a minefield successfully and get to the other side with no problem, would you then cross the minefield your own way and take a chance? Or would you tread precisely on the path and the footsteps that that person had already tread? I rest my case. Life can be a minefield. The 3D world can be a minefield. If somebody's done something successfully that you wish to do successfully, don't reinvent the wheel. You might take a tumble. Just tread in their footsteps. Sure, do it your own way, but tread. The basics are take the same footsteps. Okay? It's no different here. 14, give back. Consider contributing to charitable causes or helping others in need. Giving back can create a sense of fulfillment and reinforce the idea of abundance. The way the universal flow works, the law of attraction, is the more you give, the more you get. When it comes to wealth, it's a flow. It's a flow. If you're constantly focused on scrimping and like there's a lack, if you've got this lack kind of perspective of everything, then you slow down the flow that goes out. Think of it like a pipe, right? You slow down the flow that goes out. So necessarily what will happen is the flow that comes in will also slow down. The more the flow of money comes in, the more should go out. You have to widen the pipe. So the more you give, the more can come back in. Got it? You don't get to keep money. It's a flow. You leverage it. Not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of others. And the more you plant those seeds, the more you will get back from the universe. The more you will get back in life. So concentrate on thinking of others. Give to others. And just know it will come back. Watch for it. It will come back. That shouldn't be the reason you do it, by the way. But it's just the way the universal structure is. It's the way it works. It's the way the universal law works. Give and you shall receive. If you're always focusing on receiving and never giving, one day you'll go to the well and it will be dry. So give and you shall receive. 15, final one. Practice patience. Understand that building wealth often takes time. Stay patient and committed to your long-term financial growth. Again, this comes back to the being part, okay? Becoming more. You work on yourself and you will understand, you will develop a spiritual kind of awareness of things. You will be able to delay gratification because you will have a knowing and a faith that this stuff works and it will show up. And you'll be just fine. As long as you have a faith that you'll be just fine, you'll be fine. The only time this will stop working for you is if you start to have doubts about this and start to focus on potentially not having enough money. Potentially not having enough in your pension when you retire. All this sort of stuff. Because now what you're doing is you're focusing on something with all your attention and energy, and that which you focus your attention and energy on will surely expand. Remember, what you focus on and expand, you will get. That's the way it works. So stay committed, stay faithful, and have a knowing. Have a knowing, no matter what shows up to try to convince you otherwise. Life's curveballs, which I mentioned earlier. Stay true to yourself. Go within. Meditate. Be silent. Reconnect with the level of intelligence that's higher than everything perpetuated on the 3D physical conscious level. And you'll be just fine. So to wrap up, remember that what rewiring your mind for wealth is a continuous process. It requires dedication, self-awareness, and a commitment to changing your beliefs and habits regarding money. Over time, with consistent effort, you can cultivate a mindset that supports your financial success and well-being. Who you are on the inside determines what shows up in your physical reality. Now, even though there have been some really practical pieces of advice in those steps I've gone through with you, there's been an awful lot of personal and spiritual development tips included too. Why? Because a lot of the stuff that I've given you that are practical things that you need to do are things that you will avoid if you don't do the work on yourself first. Why? Because they pretty much are all going to fall outside of your comfort zone. If you're watching this video still now at this stage towards the end, then it's because you recognize that in yourself and you want help to overcome your propensity to stay within your comfort zone. You want help to overcome the fear that is holding you back, the fear that is putting the brakes on your life, the fear that is sabotaging you and keeping you down from, being, doing, having everything that you want in life. My challenge to you is this: apply what I've shared. Be more, do more, have more, because you can. It's your birthright. Claim it, use it, make the world a better place. Take care of others and you will always have what you want. It's as simple as that. It's an energy thing. It's a vibration thing. Up your vibration. Like attracts like, especially in the spiritual world. Put out a higher level of positive vibration and you will be swamped with a vibratory level coming back at you that is the equal of what you're putting out. Swamped. That's when life gets exciting. Pleasurable. It's wonderful. So that's it. I'm going to wrap up. Gone on a bit. I get passionate and I do, tend to get stuck into it for a bit longer than I think I'm going to at the outset. But there you go. Hopefully, my ramblings through all of these points have given you some things that you can consider, some things that have inspired you and maybe will get you to take action because, go back to the law of attraction. Attraction, 10 letters, 6 of which make up the word action. Take action out of attraction, you've got nothing. At some point, knowledge needs to have action attached to it. And then you can move mountains. You can do pretty much anything you want to do. You can become a creator of circumstance as opposed to a creature of circumstance. And when you get there, pretty darned exciting. But anyway, before I check out, remember that there's a link below this video for my free hypnosis audio meditation. That will help you to accelerate the process of reprogramming yourself on the inside, and that will also speed up your ability to manifest the life of your dreams. It will help you to overcome the fears that are holding you back. It will help you to stop sabotaging everything you're doing. It will help you to overcome the fear of stepping outside of that comfort zone to a point where you will create more boundaries that you wish to step over in the future. And the reason for that is you'll be becoming more. And that is the key to everything that you desire for yourself in the future. So go get that. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, please like the video. Show me some love, because yeah, it just makes me feel nice. And I know that if you do that, I'm making a difference to somebody. And even if it's not many, even if it's only one person, that's enough to make me feel like I'm doing something that's worthwhile. Click the bell icon. There's a lot of things to remember to remind you to do. Click the bell icon so you get notified each and every time I do one of these videos. And of course, if you love this stuff, then do subscribe to the channel, because I'm here every week bringing out new videos. I've stepped out of context a little bit here, but I wanted to explain that spirituality and personal development can play a huge role, does play a huge role in whether or not you can achieve your financial goals in the future. It's the difference between those who do and those who don't, quite frankly. Nothing out there makes a difference. It's what's in here that makes the difference. And also, final thing before I go, if you love all things personal and spiritual development, then get across to empoweredlife.tv, empoweredlife.tv, and join the family over there. Be great to get to know you better. That's it. I'm all talked out. I need a coffee. I'll catch you soon.